Hey everybody, Michael here. I thought today that I would provide an overview of this Y2JB or YouTube jailbreak that you've been seeing in the PlayStation scene just over the last couple of days. So what exactly is it? First off, it is a potential vulnerability in the official YouTube app. And the reason that I say potential is that as of today, we do have a proof of concept where at least it is crashing the official YouTube app. It has not been chained with Laps, which is the kernel exploit, at least as of the time of this recording. Now, I did state here that it could develop into a userland exploit, again, to be chained. You might be asking which systems are going to be vulnerable to this. And first off, it will not be the PlayStation 4. So if you are on the PlayStation 4, this is not going to work. For those of us on the PlayStation 5, it looks like it will support up to at least 12.00. Now, one thing that I will tell you about that is that we currently do not have a kernel exploit that we can use past that 10.01. So even if this turns out to be a userland exploit, we still don't have anything to chain it with. And so why is this significant? This is a retail package that you can install. Also, that the YouTube app uses a custom browser implementation versus the default stock behavior of the browser that Sony updates. So we've got two separate implementations there of the browser, and that is significant because this YouTube application can run a version of the browser that maybe doesn't have all the security fixes in the stock browser. Also, everyone has access to this, so there is no need for things like BDJB or having one of these overpriced Lua disc, etc. Your digital editions would be able to work with this as well. Now, you might be asking, how would you eventually install this? And this is going to be one of those situations where you're just going to restore a PS5 backup that has everything already preloaded. Okay, let's jump over to some of the tweets now to support this. Okay, so the author of this is Gezine, and they are the same people that brought us the Lua implementation that we're currently using. And what they did was they went ahead and provided one of those backups that I was just talking about as a proof of concept. If you wanted to take a look at it, the expected behavior is basically the YouTube app crashing after a couple of seconds. And they did put the backup over here on Google Drive. Now, if I go ahead and open up that zip file, you will see that this is just a backup that they created, and you would just go ahead and restore it. Now, I believe that they used 6.02 in order to create this backup, so you would need a system on at least that firmware in order to try it out. Otherwise, if you were on something like 4.03, it would ask you to update the system software. Now, in my opinion, there really isn't a reason to do this because this is the super early stages of it, and the app crashes, and there's been a number of reports of this work. Now, I added in a few tweets here to back up some of my claims here, especially regarding the PlayStation 4. So the PlayStation 4 requires a license, so it isn't freely available to install like it is on the PS5. And so they stated, do not ask for a PS4 exploit. There is also confirmation over here of this working on 9.60, and especially this being a PlayStation 5 Pro, to the other report that I mentioned of it working on 12.00. Now again, we do not have a kernel exploit to chain with this. Now, the reason that this is really even available today is because of this user who was given credits, who revealed that the YouTube PKG works on retail PS5s. Now, as you know, this does not work on PlayStation 4, but if we go over to Prospero patches over here, you can see the YouTube application. They were working with this patch, which ends in 03. Now, there is an older version available in .002, but each one of these could contain a custom browser implementation that we could potentially use. Now, if you're wondering what is the next steps on this, well, obviously it needs quite a bit more research. And as we can see, the developer here did mention that other developers implementing CVEs will be way faster because I don't know anything about JavaScript, and also it's currently on Thanksgiving holiday, so really no plans to work on it until next week. As always, if anything develops with this, then stay tuned to the channel because I will be filling you in step by step. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out!